Tencent has recently released their new Hunyuan 3D version 3 model, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. Just take a look at some of these examples. As you can see, these models look very detailed and high quality, and the best part is that you can use this model completely free on their website. You don't need any credit card and no $1,000 GPU because it's fully available online. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly where to find it and how to use it, and also how to get unlimited credits so you can generate as many models as you want. So this is their official website, and as you can see, everything is in Chinese, but don't worry, if you click up over here, you can go ahead and translate everything to English. So these are the example models that I have showed you earlier. You can go ahead and take a closer look at them if you want, but this is the window that interests us the most. So as you can see, you can generate 3D models based on input images or based on a text prompt. So first of all, let's go ahead and start with a text prompt. And I'm gonna ask it to generate me a model of a green goblin holding a bag full of gold and a knife while running. And we also want to mention that we want to see it in full body. So if we look down here, we can see the amount of faces we can select for our model. So if you are looking for something like very low poly, you can go ahead and select something like 50K or 500K, but because we want a very detailed model, we're gonna select the 1.5 million faces. And don't worry, all of these will cost exactly as many credits to generate. Over here we can select either geometry plus texture or geometry, texture and staging. I'm gonna go with geometry and texture for this one. And over here we can select a few different styles. So we have a generic. This is if you don't want to specify any style, you can go ahead and use this option. We also have stonework for like sculptures, but most of the time you're probably going to go with the generic option over here. And all you have to do is click on this button. As you can see, it's going to start generating not one but 4 different models, and you're going to select which one you want to go further with. And if you take a look over here, and as you can see, it takes only 1 credit to generate all of this. And don't worry, because I'm gonna show you how to get more credits for free later. And here's the results. As you can see, it generated 4 different models for us, and let's go ahead and check each one of them out. So here's our first model. At first glance, it looks pretty good. The only problem is that for some reason it added the knife coming out of his head, which looks very weird instead of, putting it in his left hand. But aside from that, it looks pretty nice. As you can see, even this piece of string coming from his wrist looks already really good. Even his facial expression looks pretty interesting. And if we go ahead and take a look at this, you can see the model in different materials or without lighting. And if we zoom in, you can see that this model is really nice and detailed. I mean, I can definitely see someone using this in a indie video game project or something like that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other models. So this is our next model, and this one looks a bit more logical. As you can see, this time he's holding the knife in his hand and the bag of gold is lying on his back, and he's also in something that can look like either a crouching position or a running position, but overall it looks really nice. This is our third model, and for some reason he has something that looks like a tail or a spear coming out of his back, which looks really weird, but it doesn't really matter. And this time the knife is also a bit messed up the way he's holding it. You can only see the handle, and he's also holding the bag weird, but that's not a problem because, as you have seen, this website is very generous and it's offering us not only 1 model but 4 different models to choose from. And if you don't like one of them or it's coming out with errors, then you can always go ahead and pick another one or try to regenerate the model, because it only takes 1 credit for each generation. And here is our fourth model. This one looks a lot more interesting. Aside from a few issues such as this is not a bag of gold, it's actually a basket of gold, it looks pretty good. As you can see, he's holding the knife in his hand really nicely. Both of the hands only have 4 fingers, so it's pretty consistent, and overall the model looks really nice and interesting. Now let's say that you like this model and you would want to download it. All you have to do is look over here. We have a few different file formats. So GLB, OBJ, FBX, these are pretty popular 3D model formats which you can use in basically every 3D editing software such as Blender, Unreal Engine, and so on. And over here we have some other options such as MP4 and GIF if you want to download like a video of it. But for now, let's go ahead and download the OBJ. So just select that and click on download over here. and it's gonna start downloading your model. Aside from that, if you click over here, you can also play with the lighting, so you can move the light around and see it lit up from every angle. Over here you can adjust the light strength and also the contrast, and you can also change the lighting color. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and try out a different example. Next up, let's generate a realistic zombie in a T-pose position. If you don't know, a T-pose position is the standard position that's used for 3D animation, and you're gonna see why in a few minutes. Let's leave every other detail exactly the same, and let's click on this button to generate our new model. So here's our models, and unfortunately none of them are really in a T-pose position, but that's not really a problem, as you're gonna see later. This one in particular I think looks really interesting. So let's say we want to animate this model. We can also do that using this website, and all you have to do is click on this button over here. It took a while to process, but we finally have a skeleton for our model, and if we look over here, we have a couple of different pre-made animations. So let's just go ahead and click on this one. So as you can see, it already rigged the model and it generated the motion. Here's a different example. This time the zombie is dying, like if he is hit in the head by a bullet or something. And if you click on one of these animations, as you can see, first of all, it's going to start processing, and this is going to take a few minutes. And here's a different animation. As you can see, it's a simple jumping motion. And if you toggle this on, you can also see the skeleton. Unfortunately, right now you only have like 8 or 9 pre-made animations, but they might add some more in the future. Until then, you can still use Mixamo to rig and animate your characters, because they have a lot of different animations. And I mean a lot of them. So this is how you can generate your 3D model or character using a single prompt and also animate it. But now let's go ahead and see how we can generate a character or a 3D model from an input image. So all you have to do is go ahead and click on this button over here, and here you can upload your image. I used Gemini to generate 4 different images of a race car on a green background, and here is the results. I think I'm gonna go with this one. So I'm just gonna download the image, and let's upload the same image over here. Let's leave the settings exactly the same, and let's click on generate. And right now, as you can see, it's generating a single model from our input image. Usually generating a model from an input image takes longer than from a prompt input, so be patient. And here is the result. As you can see, it looks really nice. Here's the model without any texture. As you can see, it's really detailed and high quality. And let's go ahead and try out a different example. I found this image of a giant skull that looked really interesting, and I'm curious to see how well would it work for a 3D model. So let's go ahead and download the image, and let's remove this image and upload our new one. And here is our 3D model. As you can see, we got some pretty interesting results. This is our input image, and surprisingly, it's pretty close to our original image. Now the butterflies are a bit messed up. As you can see, they got some extra wings on their back, but aside from that, it looks pretty decent. Lastly, let's see if we can turn her into a 3D model. Yes, we can, and it looks really good. Now, even if we zoom in on her face, it still looks somewhat decent. Her eyes are a bit weird, but aside from that, the whole model looks really nice. And just for reference, here's the input image again. So yeah, you can generate this type of 3D models on this website. Do whatever you want with that information. Now, if you want to see your previous generations, all you have to do is go back to the main page, and over here we have this assets section. Just click on it. And here you can see all of your previous generations. And keep in mind that these 4 generations only cost 1 credit. Now take a look at how many models I have generated using this website, and I still have some 13 credits left. Keep in mind that whenever you register a new account, you get like 20 free credits. But let's say that this is not enough for you. What do you do then? Well, that's not a problem, because you can just go ahead and create a new account. So over here we have a couple of different options for login. We have WeChat or QQ, but we're gonna go with the mailbox for this one. And over here, all you have to do is paste in your email. And if you want to generate unlimited models, all you have to do is use a temporary email. So we are going to use this service called TempMail. It's pretty popular, and it's going to generate a temporary email for us. All you have to do is click and copy the email, paste it in here, click on get CD and agree. And if we go back to TempMail, we can see that we received an email from Hunyuan. And here is our verification code. Just paste it over here and click on login. And as you can see, we have created a brand new account with another 20 free credits you can use to generate as many models as you want. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think about this new Hunyuan 3D version 3 model and what you're gonna use it for, and see you in the next one.